One of the components of MICE is convention. So in your module, we have different definition for convention. First one is that when we say convention, it is similar to meetings wherein conventions are gatherings of people with common objectives organized to exchange ideas, views, and information of common interest to the group. Just like meetings, they have an objective, they have an idea, and the activities inside a meeting is sharing of ideas, sharing of experiences, and brainstorming. Ganun din ang convention. Ganun ang nangyayari sa convention. So, when we say convention in the sense of a meeting, it is a gathering of individuals who meet at an arranged place and time in order to discuss or engage in some common interest. So, convention, it is a get together or assembly of people who have the same interests. Okay. Second definition is that an organization, usually an association, will organize a convention each year with a theme related to the organization's topic. Of course, a certain convention, hindi lang po basta-basta siya. Hindi lang po basta-basta ang mga nagiging topic ang nadidiscuss sa convention. There is a certain or specific topic that will be discussed or uh, ina-elaborate in convention. Another definition for convention is that those interested in registering for the convention can pay the association a fee for all of the sessions, discussions, food and beverage, diners or dinners, and site visits. Okay, so when we say convention in this definition, it is an organization, usually an association. Remember the definition of association we had last time? That is, when we say association, you shoulder everything. Ikaw mismo ang magbabayad sa lahat ng expenses mo in that meeting. That is convention. You shoulder everything. You pay for the session, the discussions, food and beverage, even your yung accommodation. Ikaw ang magbabayad nun. Okay. All conventions can be organized in two different levels. We have international, national, and regional. So when we say international, international conventions are treaties or arguments between countries. From the word itself, international, all over the world. So we have different countries involved here. An example of this convention is that in a national meeting of English teacher, national, international. Okay, that is an example. Another, we have national. So when we say national convention, it happens in a certain national. It is a convention of a political party, usually composed of delegates chosen by state primaries. So that is what we call the national. Ang mga involved dito ay yung mga political officers, political people. Okay, last we have regional. So when we say regional conventions, these are or are binding agreements between states in a given region. They help to localize and contextualize international norms and standards. Regional convention happens in a certain region. Okay? Another definition for convention is that it is usually conducted once a year, unlike for meetings na halos every week na ginagawa. Sa convention, at least once a year nilang ginagawa. Another definition is that generates income for association. So, in association, binabayaran natin lahat. From the foods, the registration fee, and even with the venues, binabayaran yon. So, when we say generate income, yung mga nakukuha nilang pera from the registration fee, meron silang pinag pangipananda. For example, charity. They have this association have charities. Kaya yung mga pera na naiipon or nakukuha nila from conventions, yung mga registration fee, ay linalagay sa mga charity. Okay, another one we have considerable amount of time is spent on site selection for the convention. Okay, so what do we mean by the considerable amount of time spent? Of course, if you will plan a convention, hindi ganun kadali magplano. You should have a long process of planning a convention. You should know what are the factors that you should consider, like for an example, the number of people, the venue. Dapat alam mo yon if you will plan a convention. In the first definition of convention, ang sabi natin, it is similar to meeting. So, what is the difference of convention and meetings, ma'am? Okay, so when we say convention, this is a large event often lasting for several days and involving a social program. So, meetings usually last for 1 or 2 days, right? Unlike convention na it could be a month, weeks ang kinukonsume ng convention. Another difference is that it is organized by associations such as professional and trade association, voluntarily association, charities o political parties. So, ang mga convention, ang mga nag-o-organize nito ay ang mga professionals, voluntary associations, and even political parties. So sila yung nag-o-organize. Unlike sa mga meeting, usually ang mga nag-a-arrange nun or nagplaplano nun ay ang mga organizers such as the speaker and the business owners. Sila yung mga nag-o-organize. Okay. In convention, we have a varieties of events that is under convention. So one is congresses. So when we say congresses, this is a large scale regular trade gatherings. This is a regular coming together on a presentational basis of several hundreds or even thousands of individuals belonging to a single professional, cultural, religious, or other group. A congress is often convened or convened to discuss a particular subject. The contributions to the presentation and discussion of the subject matter come only from the members of the organizing body. So, yung mga topics, yung mga ideas, yung mga lectures, nanggagaling lang sa mga organizers of the convention. Frequency, usually when we say Congress, it is established in advance and can be either multi-annual or annual. So pwede po siyang per year or at least twice a year. Okay. Most international or world congresses are of the former type, while national congresses are more frequently held annually. So when we say national congresses, once a year lang siya. But when we say international or world congresses, anytime pwede pong magkaroon ng mga conventions like this. So that is, when we say congresses, madami-daming attendees. Okay, conferences. Another variety of convention is conferences. So when we say conferences, this is a small-scale gathering aimed to information sharing. Meaning, this is a participatory meeting designed for discussion, fact-finding, problem-solving, and even consultation. As compared with Congress, when we say conference, it is normally smaller in scale and more select in character. which features tend to facilitate the exchange of information. So, compared to Congress, mas maliit lang talaga yung mga attendees ni conference natin at pili lang yung mga nag-a-attend sa convention na ito. Okay, when we say conference, it carries no special connotation as the frequency. So, it is an ordinary convention lang siya, unlike sa Congress. Okay. Another variety of convention is that convex or convexes, which means this is just like conference with a small exhibition. So when we say convex or convexes, it is a small scale gathering, pero ang pinagkaiba niya lang kay conference ay si convexes kasi parang it is a convention and an exhibition. Yan si convexes. Since we are done with the first topic of under this lesson, let's move to the second topic, which is conferences. Since we are in the tourism industry, magfo-focus lang po tayo sa isang variety of convention, that is conference. So what is all about conference? When we say conference or conferences, this is a participatory meeting designed for discussion, fact-finding, problem-solving, and consultation. Ganito yung sinabi ko kanina. As compared with Congress, when we say conference, it is a normally smaller in scale and more select in character features. Okay, so kapag sinabi natin conferences, maliit lang yung dumadalo compared to Congress. And of course, when we say conferences, there are discussions, there are problem solvings na ginagawa, there are activities inside these conferences. Under conference, we have different types of it. First is symposium. I know you have heard this word before, symposium. So, what do we mean by symposium? This is a meeting or small-scale conference in an academic setting where participants are experts in their field. The experts present or deliver their opinions or viewpoints on a chosen topic for discussion. Symposia are particularly good for student speakers as it allows them to practice and get feedback on their own work. So when we say symposium, this is usually held at the school. Ang mga activities here is they choose an attendee that has the same interest with the topic, tapos hinahayaan lang ng mga organizer na mag-discuss yung attendee. Okay, so in symposium, this is a collection of essays or papers on a particular subject by a number of contributors. So, aside from the discussion, meron din silang mga activity like writings na pinapasa. Pinapasa ng mga attendees or what we call the contributors. Okay. Another type of conference is that seminars. I know you are familiar with this. Okay, a type of conference or meeting typically designed for training. We have the keyword there, training. Sometimes, no, not sometimes. Most of the time when we say seminars, meron po tayong training. Departments often host regular seminars of students, speakers, or invited guests. Okay, for students, nagkakaroon din po tayo ng mga seminars like, and for teachers also, meron din po kaming tinatawag na mga seminars. And usually, nangyayari siya kapag summer. Okay, aside from seminars, we have also colloquium. Colloquium, this is an informal meetings or seminars on a broad topic usually led by a different lecturer at each meeting. So when we say colloquium, this is a conference wherein may mga iba't ibang speakers, iba't ibang topiko, iba't ibang speakers. Kumaga, there are parts of this conference. Hindi lang iisa yung topiko, hindi lang iisa yung activity inside this conference. Type of conference is that round table. So when we say round table, participants discuss a specific topic. Each person around the table interactively participates. So in conference, maliit lang yung mga participants niya. From the word itself, round table. So they are using a round table for the conference. Okay, another is we have workshops. Workshops are usually interactive training where participants actively engage in activities rather than passively listening to a lecturer. Workshops are usually moderated by a lecturer or facilitator. In this conference, may mga activities like um, contest or may mga activities like training. Tinuturuan sila kung paano gawin ang isang bagay. That is workshop. We are done with the types of conferences. Now let us go or move to the rules of conferences. So conference is to gather like-minded individuals from across the country or across the globe to learn, discuss thoughts, network, share ideas, create new ideas, and to ignite motivation. Yes, we are having conferences in order to brainstorm, in order to share our ideas with the other people from the other country. The benefits of attending a conference are different for everyone. By attending a conference, individuals are expanding their professional and personal development and are provided with insightful information that couldn't be taught internally from within the organization or online. So just like meetings, when we say conferences, we have speakers, we have objectives, we have topics, we have an agenda of what will happen in that conference. So by attending a conference, of course, you will be informed, you will learn different ideas, different cultures, even cultures from the other country. So magkakaroon ka ng mas maraming ideya pa para sa mga topic na gusto mo. So what are the things we should consider in planning a conference? What are the factors that we should consider when we plan conference? First, the vision and theme. What Why are you holding a conference? And this part, you should answer questions starts with why. Apay. Apay nga, agplano ka ti may sa conference. Apay nga, agaramid ka ti may sa conference. That is the vision and theme. What is all about the conference? So in your modules, the definition of this or the explanation of this is why are you holding a conference? Why? What is its purpose and why is it worthwhile for people to attend? Your theme should be unifying factor. It can be as broad or narrow as you like, but will help guests understand and be aligned with your event's purpose. So, in the vision and theme, what is the purpose? What is the goal of your conference? So, dapat alam mo, dapat you have this vision kung anong gusto mong palabasin in that conference. Another factor that we should consider is the target audience. So, who are you trying to target? Who are the participants? Who are the attendees of the conference? Think about your overall event outcome. and what you would like to achieve from the event. Are you inviting or attracting the right people to help you reach that event goal? So you should know whom you will invite. Sino ba yung dadalo sa conference na to? Sino-sino ba yung may mga common interest ka sa conference na ito? Okay, that is the target audience. You should know. You should have a target audience before implementing or doing a conference. Okay. Aside from the audience, the target audience, we should consider also the venue. Of course, choosing the right venue for your conference is crucial to its overall success. Your venue should also be able to assist you with catering and accessibility options. Be sure to also consider the style of the event and make sure that the venue reflects this along with the guest expectation. Of course, if you have a large or more than 5 participants, so saan magaganap ang conference? Kaya bang i-accommodate ng venue na to ang mga participants? Yun yung mga question na dapat iniisip mo when you plan a venue. Okay? And of course, make sure na yung venue naman is maganda, malinis, at hindi nakaka-disturb sa conference. So, factors, we have the venue, target audience. Of course, in planning a conference, dapat may mga speakers. A conference will never work out or it will never be successful without speakers. So, speakers at a conference offer an ideal way for relevant and influential people to share their advice, stories, and expertise to the event attendees. Plan to book these people in early as they can be a major draw card to attracting people to your conference. So, sino-sino ba yung mga taong magiging speaker ng conference na yan? Are they knowledgeable enough about the topic? Makakapagbigay ba sila ng mga advices, ng mga information about the topic? Yun yung dapat natin iniisip. And kapag pipili ka ng speaker, of course, piliin mo na yung alam mong makakapag-contribute ng success sa goal ng event mo. Magiging successful ang event mo. So, piliin mo yon. Okay. Okay, second to the last factor that we should consider in planning a conference is the audiovisual. Of course, if you are planning a conference, it should be at least maganda naman yung mga sounds inside that conference. Unlike meeting is a formal, yes, it is a formal gathering of people. Pero minsan walang mga sound effect, walang mga lights, parang ordinary meeting but a formal meeting. Ang ibig sabihin ng meeting, unlike sa conference na there should be a audio-visual technology. Of course, choosing the right AV and event staging provider is a critical to ensuring your event is a success. Your ideal venue should have a preferred or in-house AV and event staging provider such as AV partners. Okay, so what are the rules of audiovisual technology? They are the ones who operate, who arrange yung mga sound system natin, yung mga lights natin, because that gives impact to the conference, that gives impact to the audience. Kapag maganda yung stage figure mo or stage appearance mo, parang mas magaganahan yung mga tagapakinig kung ang mga ito ay nakaka-attract, hindi siya ganun nakaka-disturb or nakakawalang gana. Okay, so you should choose your best audiovisual technology partners. The last factor that or thing that we should consider in planning a conference is that the photographer. Yes, sa lahat ng conference, there is a photographer. Hindi lang isa, kundi marami sila. Why? Because that is a one way of how you will document the event, right? Tapno, at least man lang ket makita mo nga, ay, dagiti nga pas pasamak idi. Iso nga naging successful dati nga event kasi ado dagiti kastoy. So, makikita mo doon sa mga photo, sa mga pictures na nakuha sa mismong event and how successful it is and how beautiful it is. And the photographer, uh, it gives photos gives attendees an opportunity to reflect on the event once it's done and show others what they missed out. They can also be used to advertise the next event or to liven up your social media channels. Okay, so photographer, of course, gives photos. They take photos from the event. So, kapag natapos na yung event, tapos makikita mo yung mga pictures, masasabi mo na, I was there. I I participated in that event. I was the guest in that event. Masasabi mo yun. And you can recall that. So, yan lang naman po ang mga konsiderasyon sa pagpaplano ng isang conference natin.